Protect jobs and the economy.
Protect as many people's jobs as possible.
Protect people's jobs.
Supporting livelihoods and protecting futures.
I can't save every job and I can't protect every single business.
What does the end of furlough mean for you? More than 15 months ago, Rishi Sunak announced that the government would pay 80% of the wages of employees furloughed during the pandemic. The move saved millions of jobs across the country as the UK economy shut down.
I know that people are worried about losing their jobs, about not being able to pay the rent or mortgage, about not having enough set by for food and bills.
But now the scheme is starting to wind down, with employers having to contribute towards furlough payments. And there are fears that this will lead to mass redundancies across the country, with 1.5 million workers still on furlough. Despite the changes, there will be no reduction in earnings for individuals on furlough. They will still receive 80% of their normal wages. This means that those who remain on furlough, mainly from the hospitality and the nightlife industry, which is yet to reopen, should still have some form of income. And the government will still cover the majority of these costs for now. From July 1st, the government will pay 70% of furlough workers' salaries, with employers paying 10%. In August and September, that shifts up to 60% from the government and 20% from employers. The scheme will then finally come to an end at the end of September, but with the government still covering the vast amount of staff costs. Why is there such concern about mass job losses? Well, the scheme isn't free for employers. There are still costs such as national insurance. According to the Institute for Fiscal Studies, the bill for employers keeping a member of staff furloughed will rise from £155 a month to £322 in July and £489 in August and September.
To give the NHS that extra time, we will hold off Step 4 openings until July the 29th.
The government's delay to ending all COVID restrictions has put more financial pressure on employers, especially those that cannot open at all currently. Many had hoped the government would push back the winding down of the furlough scheme to match Freedom Day, moving from June 21st to July 19th. The delay means that many businesses, such as nightclubs and theatres, will now have to double the amount of money they pay their staff without any increased income before July 19. And this could have a disastrous effect on UK workers.
Hang on a second, we're not being allowed fully to open up, so let us match the furlough to the opening up.
So the furlough isn't simply being switched off. All we're saying is that the employer should contribute something to the payroll, and then over time, over the next 3 months, the furlough will be tapered away.
Back in October 2020, when the furlough scheme first looked to be ending, over 300,000 workers were made redundant according to ABC Finance. That was about 13% of the 2.4 million workers total who were then furloughed. Back then, the scheme was extended, saving many jobs, but it seems unlikely this will happen again. Furlough has already been extended 4 times since it was first announced, and both Boris Johnson and Rishi Sunak have said they don't want to extend the scheme again. So if we take the same 13% redundancy rate and apply it to the 1.5 million currently furloughed staff, we could potentially see 195,000 people lose their jobs as furlough ends. However, the hope is that by the end of September, the numbers of staff on furlough will be very low. While there will still be job losses, the number of vacancies in May 2021 had risen by nearly 25% when compared to January 2021, meaning that those who find themselves out of work can hopefully find new roles. One of the greatest strengths of the furlough scheme was it gave both employees and employers a sense of security during the pandemic. But now, as the scheme winds down, with some businesses in hospitality and the nightlife industry still unable to open, alongside 2 barren years for the travel industry, that security may be slipping away.